Hello guys, in this video I'll be telling you about why human design is like meditating and how human design should actually be used in your everyday life to, make the changes that you want to make in your life, to be able to see growth, to be able to, get to that life that you want to create. I thought of this right after my morning meditation today, and I thought it would be helpful, especially to you guys that already have a meditation practice, already understand a little bit about meditation, because really thinking about human design this way, I think will allow you to start implementing it in your everyday life, in your moment by moment, kind of thing. I think a lot of the times what happens with human design is that we have like a lot of knowledge of it. Maybe we get really into it and we learn about our strategy, we learn about our authority. But how much are we actually taking all this knowledge and making it practical? So that's what I'm really all about. I want to share human design from a practical point of view. And really, you guys, I think it's really such an amazing tool for spiritual awakening and for getting that life that you deserve. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm holding my mic like this because last time I tried to make a video this way, it was like against my scarf and not sounding pretty. So that's why I'm doing that. So you guys, when you are in meditation, like any kind of meditation, it doesn't matter what kind of meditation you're doing, you're basically taking the attention away from the mind, right? And putting it into the body. A lot of the people call it like quieting your mind. And it's not that your mind is getting quiet. It's that you're not putting attention on it. You're not giving it authority, right? You're sitting there, and if you've meditated, you know that your mind will constantly want to bring your attention back to it. Maybe you're focusing on your breath. Maybe you're focusing on a part of your body. Maybe you're saying a word, a mantra. And then your mind will be like, hey, hello, we have an agenda here. I want you to think about this. I want you to worry about this. I want you to have fear about this. And, your job as a meditator or in that session is to keep just gently and kindly reminding yourself that right now you are not your mind, that really you are not your mind always, and that there's more to you. And so that's why you start kind of bringing the attention back. And then the mind, says something again, and you bring your attention back. And then again and again, until what happens if you become an avid meditator is you start training yourself to reside your energy in other places other than the mind. And that's why meditation affects you so much in your day-to-day life in a positive way, because you've actually trained yourself to not be in the mind, to not believe you are the mind, to not believe you are the ego, and are able to take some perspective on your life, are able to look at things from an outsider point of view. And that just gives you so much relief just to be able to do that. And lets you live a life that is more mindful, lets you see things with greater perspective, and so on. And so how does human design relate to this? It's the same thing, you guys. Human design is based on the principle that we have been giving our authority to our mind, when really the mind is not here to make decisions. It's not here to know what is best for you. That's the one thing the mind is not good for. The mind is good for many things. The mind is not the enemy. The mind can, be used in high vibrational ways. It can be used to share knowledge, like what I'm doing right now. How beautiful is that, right? The mind can be used to assess something and to analyze. It's not that those things are bad, but we've gotten to a point where everyone in the world is making decisions from the mind, always overanalyzing everything, acting from their fears. Remember, the mind is the spokesperson and the advocate for all of your fears, for all of your childhood traumas. Everything is stored in there, and everything that you try to do, the mind's going to try to, interject and say, this is not a good idea, especially if it's things that are new for you, especially if you're, getting out of your comfort zone and you're doing things that are different. Your mind's going to be like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. These are all the things that could happen. Look, A, B, and C are your risks, and so on. So you can see how if you were just to listen to your mind, which is what most of the people in the world are doing right now, you wouldn't really get anywhere good. That's not going to take you to the life you want to lead. And so just like with meditation, human design is about reminding yourself every moment of your day, as much as you can, catching yourself where you're saying, okay, this is a situation where I have given the authority to my mind, and really it shouldn't be in my mind. Right now, it should be in my body. And you bring it back to your body. And that's where the magic comes in of human design, where it tells you specifically what it is you need to be doing. Like, depending on your type, it will tell you what is the correct way for your energy to interact with others, for your energy to interact with the world around you. You know, as a projector, it's about waiting for the invitation. It's about making yourself visible. You know, as a generator, it's about reacting and responding to everything that's in front of you with a yes or a no from your stake roll, and that's going to guide your way. So those are just a couple examples, of course, but it's all about remembering. It's all about awareness. And that's why human design is such an amazing tool for spiritual growth and for, awakening, because it's literally get out of your mind, get into your body, and start trusting this thing that is your body. Start trusting your vehicle, as we call it in human design, and start realizing that the universe has your freaking back, that there's a bigger plan, and that you don't even have any idea what that plan is, that you have like this big idea of what your life could be like, that sounds amazing to you and that you want to get there. But guess what, dude? Like, the universe has this idea of what your life could be like, and you're not going to get here where you actually want to be, where your soul actually knows it can be, if you're clinging to this idea and you're, trying to make it happen with the mind. So human design is like meditation. It's about constantly reminding yourself to get out of your mind and into your body. It's about not being upset with yourself every time you find yourself in the mind, understanding that it's a practice. That's why we call it an experiment, for God's sake, because it's about understanding that we've been living not only all of your life, but generations past and past and past and past in your mind, a long time in history where we've been taught. So your cells remember even from the past, from past lives, and from, your genetic imprint, that people have been teaching you to use your mind, that people have been telling you to be afraid of this or that, that you even have these survival fears in your spleen that have been here forever. But it's time to move past that, and it's time to become a spiritual being. And you become a spiritual being by slowly learning how to get out of your mind and into your body, using your strategy, using your authority, of course. But it's all about getting out of your mind. Okay? Out of your mind and into your body. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I know it's helpful for me to think about it this way and to just constantly keep reminding myself to do this again and again and again. And it doesn't matter how many times. It's not about, getting to a certain place. It's about the process. And if you guys like my free content, I'm all about making human design a free kind of available information that is practical, that everybody can understand and start applying into their lives. If you enjoy this free content, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I have different tiers with different options and different benefits. Starting at just $3 a month, it would mean the world to me. And you can take a look at all the other links below, with my offerings and stuff. So have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day, and get out of your head, get out of your mind, and into your body.